think that would drive a man insane.
What makes you think he's a man?
Ah,
Knowledge doesn't make you insane. It's how you regard knowledge. Is it a means or is it an end in itself? Come on, don't stay mute.
God got, or Moses got a look at God and turned his hair white.
That wasn't knowledge.
That was just, he was, what, scared out of his wits?
No, that would be personification. What happens when you look into the sun?
You see the light and then you don't.
It tells you that he is aged in the sense that the fire within the sun, when it burns, it gives you the color of ash, which is not only gray, but also pepper gray or pepper blue, or black matter at the end when it's crystallized.
Is that what the theme is for Icarus, who flew too close to the sun,
Yeah.
despite the warnings of his father?
Because he was going after it with greed, grasping, wanting to possess it. That was the common comments that people make when they refuse or do not understand immediately what's being told to them, and they want to know how you got there, how you got this, how you managed to think this or feel that. And they're always looking for some means to get to the other side. When the other side is here. They're so conditioned to think in terms of opposites. And the reconciliation of those opposites, they think would bring them security and comfort. It just breeds endless contradiction, endless frustration. When you look at knowledge as an end in itself, which is contained within the means, then there's no end to the means. And the means is always endless.
Endless means.
See, that's all within the realm of time and space. If there's no time, no duration, there's no space. Then what you have is merely spacelessness, timelessness. Timelessness, spacelessness means that there is no gap.
Would we ever be able to achieve the speed of light then?
See, if you think in terms of achievement, then what is the means to light? Would it also have to be within the ends, which is light itself? And then what do you call light? Artificial light? Light by the word as a measure? Is light something that you can measure? Once you measure light, it's limited.
Right.
Then you have space. Then you have time. Then you want to become. The very becoming means that you have begun with something that already pretexts itself as being inadequate. If not, then why make the effort? I pick up this phone, or I pick up this book. I wouldn't call that effort. Effort is when you have a preconceived notion and you want to reconcile it with an ideal, and you have to create a method or means to get there. Psychologically, if I identify myself with that movement, then I'm predestined. And a man that has a destination or destiny is never free.
I've seen it this morning and I've been looking at it all day.
Because his arrogance has already projected or preconceived an achievement or something to be achieved, because inside he's really greedy.
Hmm.
Somebody asked me, "Are you ambitious?" I said, "I'm not ambitious from the things of the world. I'm truly ambitious because I want to understand myself as I am."
Yeah. Yeah, we're never on the Wi-Fi. Yeah, we were just in the middle of searching something.
Ambition of the world is temporary, trivial, tedious, endless, endless struggle. And if you want to achieve peace, that means has to end. Even if you begin with peace, again, you're stuck in an idea. And when you stretch peace from here to there, it snaps. You snap because of this endless frustration. Then it breeds anger, hatred, antagonism. It creates geographical boundaries, geopolitical boundaries, separate us by language. We're divided in so many ways. And we think that through a division, we will find the whole.
Hmm. But it's the opposite. It would take it's constantly chipping away from the whole.
No, it has no opposite. It's diametrically opposed to all opposites.
So it's
meaning
infinite.
There's nothing there to compare.
So it's infinite without answer.
Once you say infinite, you have conceptualized.
Well, then the concept or the explanation to your answer would be silence.
That wouldn't. No, if I had to explain silence, then I wouldn't be silent.
Ah.
You see, once you presume
You attach a
silence,
label.
you already defeat it.
Right.
It becomes a purpose, and that's sad. Why should I make silence into a purpose?
Poor stupid ape.
Even those who emphasize propositional theories and to pursue, it doesn't touch the heart. It doesn't change anything. No matter how eccentric the ideal theory may be.
Well, the only separation between primitive apes and humans is apes never were able to record their knowledge to pass it on to the next generation.
Well, how do you know that?
I don't.
What do you mean by recording? Is it the same thing as registration?
Oh, it's more like symbols and meanings and
Well, that would be
things that they invent. They invent it just so they have a point of reference.
Yeah, that would be the image, not a thought.
True. Thoughts are on
Pictures.
harnessable. They're like an atom or a tachyon that goes through all things. They defy both time, space, and
See,
light.
because we are animals.
Well, that's
We
for
have
sure.
the capacity to rationalize, to justify, to explain cause and effect.
I'm gonna cash my check and go to your job.
But we never seem to be able to reconcile them.
I'm gonna cash my check and go to your
Because in
job.
spite of all our intellectual cleverness, we're still predatory.
Never
the
doubted it
purpose-
for a moment.
The purpose of the thought is to explain the image so that you benefit by looking at things from a certain perspective or many perspectives. But when we react emotionally to a perspective that we dislike or like, then we're caught. Because we assume that these qualities are apart from us when they are what we are. When one is whole, sane, there's nothing to react to other than physical stimuli. when you confuse stimulation with illumination, which is contractual, and illumination being expansive, that only happens with the neurological system. By sticking a pin in your arm, and the nerves and the muscles contract. When you remove it, it relaxes. This is what happens when you get stuck to a point of reference. And from that reference, look at the world from that perspective, which is a global view, but is always contractual because it's measured by perspectives. They give you the illusion of parallel universes when they don't exist. Parallel universe is nothing but an illusion. The parallels are really measures that are based on quantitative knowledge. So how can I measure the immeasurable?
Sensory deprivation